Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon, and welcome to the sunny shores of Cinnabar Island.
What?
I'm not hearing the cheering that I was expecting.
No. This is a sad time. Why are you making this like it's a vacation? No. We lost the school.
Whoa, okay,
It's gone.
hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me just, this is a class where we talk about Pokemon biology. Thank you so much for attending this lecture. Joining me here on the sunny shores of Cinnabar Island is my teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Please go ahead.
It's me, yeah.
No.
I'm coming on down
to
the beach.
So you're imitating a clapping, a wildly cheering audience, and
That's
not,
right. Yes.
Not the waves crashing on a beach. Sorry.
Oh no. I mean, you can hear the waves crashing.
I do.
In the
I
background.
hear them. Wait, everybody, be very quiet. We can hear them right now.
So
Wow,
peaceful.
just beautiful.
Oh,
Just
wow.
God, I
beautiful.
love
So
it. I
beautiful.
love it. Oh man.
Also, here on this wonderful, beautiful beach that we have, the special spot that I've picked out, is our trainer in training, Corbin. Hello.
Hello. I mean, it's good to be here. Like I love the beach and stuff, and it's beautiful here on
good.
on
And
End
you're
of-
Cinnabar
welcome
end
for
Island.
of
bringing you
sentence.
here
Thank
to
you.
this
Great.
wonderful
It is good
vacation.
to be here.
Okay. No, listen, Curtis. Shut up. All right. Listen. I'm trying to enjoy our stay here in Cinnabar Island, but it's not under good circumstances. The whole school is gone. The Saffron City Learning Center has been demolished.
That
Brick
is true.
by brick,
It
it
was
is
pretty
gone.
catastrophic.
And it's your fault, Mr. Curtis. The
I
Kangaskhan
don't know
got
what
upset, and now the whole school is gone, and it's on
Yeah,
you.
let's relive
And now we're stuck
that
here on this
memory.
beautiful. Now we're stuck here on this beautiful island. All thanks to you.
And
No.
so okay, what Corbin says is true. Last week things got a little bit out of hand, and Mr. Curtis inadvertently insulted a Kangaskhan, and it did destroy the whole school and a large part of the city, of Saffron City. And it's we're terribly sorry. We've already made our public apologies and everything. But the school is being rebuilt. I mean, it's a historical landmark. If we all remember, it's hundreds of years old.
Right. So good job, Curtis.
Yeah, you brought down the building that time itself couldn't destroy.
I
Right.
did no such thing.
It's all on you. It's all on you.
So it's under construction, but we needed, again, it's going to take multiple weeks to fix. So we needed a place to do our class, and I was looking at the curriculum and the upcoming Pokemon, and there. You know what? It's all water type, baby. For a
okay.
while, we got a lot of water type Pokemon coming up. So I was like, what better place to go than the place that is known for having fire type Pokemon? I guess Cinnabar Island.
Right.
But it's a beach, so I mean, it's a great place for water type.
It's surrounded by a bunch of water naturally, so that
Yes.
makes sense. Like let's
Exactly.
if we're going to talk about water types, we got to go where we're surrounded by water.
Yes.
We could have gone to the Hoenn region. That's an option.
Yeah, I've heard. You know what? There's almost too much water in the Hoenn region, actually.
Yeah, that a little too much there. We wanted a nice balance.
Yeah, I'd give it maybe a 7 out of 10, just on an arbitrary scale, and that it loses those points because of the amount of water that it has.
Naturally.
But yes. But class will continue on as normal. I've brought you out here to the beach, so we can.
Mr.
look
Curtis,
at...
do you have any sunscreen? It's literally it's really hot.
Sunscreen? No, just wrap
If you
up
say
some-
webbing, oh, I'm done. No.
just wrap up with some of the silk right here.
No, I'm not.
You didn't say webbing.
All right. Oh my god. No, I just Professor, do you have any sunscreen? I burn.
You won't need it. You won't need it. We're not going to be out here for too long.
Okay. All right.
But I brought you out here because I wanted to show you today's Pokemon. Does anybody know who it is?
Oh, I
yes,
know it's
yes.
a water type, right?
Yeah, I guess I kind of gave that away.
We're here on the beach,
Yes.
and we know it's a water type.
Yeah.
Definitely Decidueye.
Oh my god. No, it's Greninja.
There you go.
Greninja is a water type. It is not Greninja, though. It's obviously not Decidueye. It'll never be Decidueye. Now, today we are learning about Horsea, the dragon Pokemon. Ooh. Look, it's not dragon type. It's just known as the dragon Pokemon.
Well, that's just false advertising.
it is a little bit
Well,
confusing.
it's like Arcanine being the legendary Pokemon.
Even though it's not a legendary Pokemon.
It is cool that it's the first legendary we talked about.
It is, technically speaking, but it's not actually legendary. Just like Horsea is not a dragon Pokemon.
Well, it's called the Dragon Pokemon,
Well,
so
it is
understand
a dragon
my confusion
Pokemon,
here.
but it's not dragon type Pokemon.
But
That's
it's
fair.
the Dragon Pokemon. Is
It's
what's
the
written.
one and only.
Yeah, right.
for
So there's no
dragon.
other dragon type that we're learning about in Kanto?
Well, okay. So
Never.
first of all, that we know for a fact that that's not how these categorizations work. The multiple Pokemon can have the same categorization. I think most fire type Pokemon are known as the flame Pokemon. So
Okay.
it's not like a 1-to-1 thing. So there can be multiple dragon Pokemon. There's certainly plenty of dragon type Pokemon, which Horsea
course.
is not one of. But does anybody know what a Horsea looks like? Has anybody seen one?
I don't know that I have. Did you really lug all of your Pokeballs out to the beach like this?
No, actually, well, I don't really have to, because, since we're at the beach, there's Pokemon everywhere. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and walk, just gonna roll up my pants
Oh,
legs
Professor,
here.
you're gonna get the bottom of your pants wet.
No, I
just gonna roll-
just
roll
rolled
them
them
up.
up. I just rolled them up. Don't worry, I'm one step
Make sure
ahead
you
of
take your socks off.
Stop asking me to take my socks off, Mr. Curtis, please.
If he wants wet sock feet, he can have them.
But nobody wants to walk around with wet socks, Professor.
I know, but I'd prefer to have wet socks than have you looking at my feet.
Oh, yeah. No, we can't look at his feet. That's against the school policy.
All right,
I
so
promise I won't look.
All right, so I'm gonna
Very
walk. Just
close.
gonna wade into the water a little bit.
All right, be careful.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get my focus up here. And
Whoa!
Ah, bravo.
got it. As you can see, right here.
Nice big splash.
Yeah. Well, okay, but look in my hands. Do you not see what I have in my hands?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's a Horsea.
It is. It's very small. It's very cute,
It is
though.
very small.
Hello.
Here, would you like to hold it? Here you go.
He's little. Whoa! Oh, okay. He's slimy. Ooh, ooh, okay.
Hi.
Hot
It
potato.
is-
Here you go, Mr. Curtis.
He is flying.
No. Oh. Actually,
floundering around a little bit.
yeah. Here, let me put him back in the water.
No, wait, give him back to me. Give him back to me.
Okay, all right. Well, he looks like he's having a little bit of a hard time outside the water.
It's fine. Water type Pokemon are outside of the water all the time, so don't worry about it. What I don't. Let's describe him. Let's take a look at Horsea here and describe him a little bit.
Little and blue.
Little and blue. Okay, but certainly there's more. I mean, like we've talked about a lot of water type Pokemon, and I would say Horsea kind of looks very different from most of them.
He's got a little curly tail.
He does very good.
Little
is
curly
good.
tail, cream belly. He's got a little snout. I can't tell if that's a nose or a mouth, but he's got a little snout that
both,
just it's like a little baby hose on the front of
Yeah.
its head.
And his little,
Yeah,
almost
like
looks
a
like
noodle.
little wings on the back.
Yeah, that's
those
his dorsal
wings?
fin.
Oh, cool. Wait, it's just one? I can't tell from the single.
I think it has. I think it's one. I think it has
Yeah,
one.
it's
Okay.
just one.
Yes,
All right.
just one.
All right.
And
Well, he's
also
very
these
cute.
Little, like little spikes on the side of his head. Yeah,
Yeah, those are cool.
I think it's so it can blend in better with the coral.
And he's got these little red eyes, but they're not intimidating like it might like you might think. But...
Oh,
pretty
so
cute.
now you've made him mad. Look at his eyes now.
What? He's not mad. He looks
He's
fine.
glaring at you.
Oh yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
in the sun. He's in the direct sunlight.
It's
It's,
as if
hot.
he's trying to say, "No, I am intimidating." See?
Yeah, I'm very intimidated. See, Corb, I'm not intimidated.
Oh, I'll
oh
tell you what.
gosh, Horsea,
he's
you're
so
intimidating.
scary. Big
Oh,
scary
look how-
Horsea.
Oh, you made him so
Ooh.
happy. All right, little
Oh,
Horsea. All right, it's
please,
time to
keep
go back into the water now. Go on.
Bye.
Go on.
Oh, I feel so much
Chuck
better.
him like a football.
God, he was so not intimidating. Let me tell you.
He's a little cute. Not as cute as the spin rack, of course, but he's pretty cute.
Shut
That's
up.
pretty cute. All right. I think it's time we get out of the sun here. I do have a little teaching space
Please.
for us. It's just over there.
Really? Oh, is it
Yeah.
behind the surf shack there or?
I was gonna say yeah, it just looks like a old
Well,
surf shack.
I mean, well, it's actually it's inside the surf shack. The school really did not provide a lot of money for this impromptu field trip. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that we are the ones that caused the damage to.
Nah.
Right.
the learning
and
center.
naturally, all the finances would go towards building the school and not giving us a nice, vacation.
And we did spend a lot of money on plane tickets to get to Cinnabar. But anyways, it's the teaching space is in the surf shack. So come on, let's go. Everybody,
Okay.
come on in.
All right. Come on.
All All right. Take a
really,
seat.
there's no AC in here. This is really hot.
It is kind of warm, isn't it? But that's okay. Sweating really helps induce the intake of knowledge.
It's like a spirit journey. We're gonna sit here and sweat together.
Our spirits are melding together. Our souls are becoming one.
It's like a sauna.
As we learn about Horsea.
It's like a sauna. I don't know if I like it.
Sure, if you want to be lame about it, yeah, it's like a sauna. All right, I know there's not a lot of space, but please, don't crowd each other too much.
Is this what I'm supposed to use as a desk?
Yeah, I know. It's
a mop bucket.
Oh, he got the mop bucket. I just have a little shoebox here. That's not. I mean,
Are you supposed to stand? What's the deal?
Yeah, stand up. It's fine. I have to stand up. Listen, I have to stand up every lesson. All right, so maybe you guys can maybe take a little lesson here from the troubles that I go through for you. All right,
Stand right here.
All right, everybody, stop complaining. I know it's not the best scenario. I'll try to get a better place for our next class next week. All right.
Man, if only the school hadn't been destroyed. That sucks.
It's
Kangaskhan
your fault.
Yeah, Mr. Curtis.
Yeah, it's your fault. Blame yourself.
No, it's that Kangaskhan, man. Oh, jeez.
To be fair, it was the Kangaskhan that did the damage.
It was. But Curtis provoked it. So
true. All right, everybody, settle down. Let's talk about these Pokedex entries. The first one, the Kanto region, says, known to shoot down flying bugs with precision blasts of ink from the surface of the water.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like a little, so that little nose thing that was on his face is kind of like a little cannon that shoots ink.
So it doesn't shoot water; it shoots ink.
Yes, correct.
Cool.
I mean, I think it can also shoot water.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sweet, and it has like really good accuracy too and precision. Okay, the next entry says, if it senses any danger, it will vigorously spray water or a special type of ink from its mouth. So yes, it can spray water.
Well, there you go. That answers that.
Wow, it is rare that Corbin asks a question and then the Pokedex entries will provide the answer almost immediately.
Immediately. I mean, it's probably the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah, it's almost like if you sit down and stop talking for once, maybe you could learn a little bit of something.
Ooh, burn!
Ooh, okay, all right. Duly noted.
Exactly. All right, the last entry here from the Kanto region says, uses its tail to keep its balance while spraying ink from its mouth. The ink appears to be for shooting down bugs.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. Well, and also, like getting away from danger.
Do you think it's doing that to hunt, or do you think it's doing it for fun?
What do you mean? Oh, shooting down bugs?
Yeah.
Definitely to hunt for food. It eats it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
it said something about it.
Not just like a pastime or whatever.
Maybe not.
And it doesn't mention anything about eating yet, but I think we will definitely get to one that does mention eating. But yeah. So that's one use of its tail, right? It keeps its balance while it's spraying ink, so it kind of like offsets the force that it's shooting that ink out with. Very good. It's a small Pokemon, but there's a lot of impressive evolutionary features in it. I think Horsea is a pretty interesting Pokemon.
It sounds like it. I mean,
putting all my cards on the table here.
It's the best, some might say.
I wouldn't say the best.
Listen, it's a pretty good Pokemon. All right.
It's Spinnerack level of impressiveness.
Oh, I would say above it, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely above a Spinnerack.
For sure.
It's definitely not a poison type, or the vastly superior insect type.
You mean bug type?
Yes, exactly.
What is an insect?
Yeah, what is an insect?
It's a fancier way to say bug.
That Mr. Curtis made up right now.
Only us true bug type aficionados use that terminology.
All right, moving on to the JoJo region. The first entry here says, if attacked by a larger enemy, it quickly swims to safety by adeptly controlling its dorsal fin. Yeah, Horsea is a pretty interesting way of swimming that we're going to talk more about as we go on, but it's pretty cool. The next entry says its big, developed fins move rapidly, allowing it to swim backward while still facing forward. Okay, so this did say fins.
Fins, see?
Yeah,
so there's more than one.
But the previous entry says dorsal fin, singular.
So
interesting.
I'm pretty sure it only has one.
I don't know. Maybe there are times where it's just kind of like stuck together.
I'm pretty sure it's just one.
Huh.
Yes, Mr. Curtis, you had something you wanted to say?
Flicking the fins on its...
Oh, are you looking ahead?
No, it's weird that it does use both singular and plural when referring to the fins. It's kind of weird.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure. But yeah, so it can move backwards while it's still facing forwards. So it can like run away while also, shooting ink, which is pretty cool. The next entry says, when they're in a safe location, they can be seen playfully tangling their tails together.
Aww. That's cute.
How cute. How cute. It's like
so intertwined.
It's like a little horsey hug.
Oh, no horsey hug.
A little horsey hug. All right, moving on to the Hellan region. The first entry says, Horsea eats small insects and moss off of rocks. If the ocean current turns fast, this Pokemon anchors itself by wrapping its tail around rocks or coral to prevent being washed away.
Love it.
Yeah, so now...
That tracks.
Now we have 3 uses of its tail, which is incredible. So it keeps it balanced while it's shooting. It's used to show affection to other Horsea, and it keeps it from getting washed away when the current picks up.
Okay.
Just so
That's
many
a
uses.
very multi-purpose tail.
Yeah,
it really is.
The next entry says, if Horsea senses danger, it will reflexively spray a dense black ink from its mouth and try to escape. This Pokemon swims by cleverly flapping the fins on its back.
There you go. Again, more than one.
All right. Yeah, so it did that. This is plural, so that's 2 for plural. So at this point, I'm gonna say it's multiple fins.
I'll have to agree with you, Professor.
You usually
if
will.
we get a bunch of entries that say only one fin, then I'll switch back to.
I'm gonna start losing it.
I'm gonna start flipping some surfboards, start throwing them around.
Well, don't do that now. This is not your shack.
You guys,
okay?
there's surfboards on the wall. You guys could use those as like a desk.
They're literally broken. They got splinters coming out. No,
That's fine. That'd be better than a mop bucket.
I'm gonna stand.
Okay, well, sure. Yes, that's fine.
I am still sitting, and I am leaning over and using my shoebox as my desk. So
Now, Mr. Curtis, I do notice that you're munching on some board wax. If you could stop, that is for waxing the underside of the surfboard.
Don't do that. That's so gross.
But it is so tasty.
No, it can't be tasty. That is a lie. You're saving face right now.
No.
Oh, God.
You have such a weird palate.
Sometimes you just got a craving,
I know. I don't.
You've never had this before.
That's why I must eat it all now.
That's why I must consume.
But you can't crave something you never had.
All right, there's one more entry here. Actually, 2 more entries here from the Hellan region. The first one says, by cleverly flicking the fins on its back side to side, it moves in any direction while facing forward. It spits ink to escape if it senses danger. So it's like strafing, It can move all directions while facing one direction, which is, I think, pretty cool. But it makes me wonder, can it, change, rotate at all? Can it do that? Or can it only face one direction?
I'm sure it can rotate.
To be able to go in different directions.
It's like Rhyhorn. You have to pick it up and move it.
Yeah.
For it to go a different direction.
It can turn, but it turns real slowly. The last entry here says it maintains balance using its tail, which is wound up like a coil. It may spray ink from its mouth.
It just might.
It may not.
I mean, I'm surprised that the Horsea that we grabbed didn't do that. I feel like it would have been sensing danger the second it got a look at Mr. Curtis.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I know I would.
My God!
I mean, he was pretty chill until Corbin said he didn't look very intimidating. Then he got pretty angry. So
we just wanted to, kind of make sure his presence was known as a very intimidating Pokemon.
And he so definitely was.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, right. Anyways, moving on to the Sinnoh region. The first entry says, it makes its nest in the shade of corals. If it senses danger, it spits murky ink and flees. And that's it. That's the only entry. Okay, that does it for the Sinnoh region. The Unova region and the Kalos region all have repeats, so I'm going to ignore them. There's nothing new in the Alola region. They didn't even bother to put repeated entries in. I know. You'd think they would. You'd think they'd have a lot of Horseas around their beaches and stuff, but I guess not.
Nope.
All right. So moving on to the Galar region. The first entry here says Horsea makes its home in oceans with gentle currents. If this Pokemon is under attack, it spits out pitch black ink and escapes.
Okay.
Okay. The last entry from the Galar region says they swim with dance-like motions and cause whirlpools to form. Horsea compete to see which of them can generate the biggest whirlpool. It took us to the Galar region before we found out that Horsea can create whirlpools.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? That's pretty intense.
You would have learned that sooner, but I guess not.
How big do you think the whirlpools are?
Oh, there got to be baby whirlpools, the size of like my finger.
Sure. But I'll suck you down anyways.
Maybe like a toe.
Yeah, maybe. All right, that does it for the Galar region. There's one entry one ancient text, if you will, from the Hisui region. It says, it makes its nest in the shade of corals. If it senses danger, it spits black ink and flees. So
okay.
Oh, actually that is kind of like a repeat. Never mind. Ignore that one.
Okay.
Hey, editor, cut that one out too.
Okay.
I'll send a note.
I'll send it to his Gengar Mail account.
Hey, who is our editor?
I don't know. I bet he's a real cool dude, though. He puts up with a lot from us.
I don't know. Does he have a name? Have we identified who edits these lessons, or do we just send them onto the cloud?
I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's a person. I actually think it's a Pokemon. I'm pretty sure the school hired a Porygon to edit. It pretty much just plugs itself in, and it's actually kind of scary because its pupils roll back into its head, and
yes,
and its head kind of tilts upward, and it just sits there for hours as it edits these recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I've seen so I've walked past the editing room before in school. That's Portia, right?
Yes, yes, exactly. Portia the Porygon.
Yeah,
Portia the Porygon, but she does definitely go by XX420 Dorito chip 2020 69 XXX.
Yeah. Also, it's a Porygon, so it is genderless. Not a he or a she.
It's a they.
Well, it is genderless, but she does prefer she pronouns.
Oh, does she? Okay, I've never really talked to her. I just throw the.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that she prefers he she pronouns?
No, I said she pronouns.
Yeah, I've never really talked to her. I pretty much just walk in the room and toss the recording device at her and leave.
That's kind of rude.
I know,
she just
but hey,
plugs right in and rolls her eyes back.
Yeah. And also she makes this noise. It's like,
oh, I don't like that. You know what? I'm not gonna walk by that way in the hallway anymore.
Yeah, and
well, I don't have to because it's gone.
Oh, is Portia okay?
I don't know. Have we checked on Portia? Oh my god! Have we checked on Gubby? Have we checked on Perry? Well, actually, Perry came with me. He sat next to me on the flight.
Oh yeah, he was your carry on.
He actually was my carry on. Yes.
And we actually, believe it or not, Gary the Shroomish also tagged along with us here.
Oh, he survived. That's good.
That's good. I know. He's just been quietly working and.
What about Henrietta? Have we heard from Henrietta?
Did we do a head count of all the Pokemon that work at the school?
I mean, Henrietta is a human.
What about Professor Mime, the Mr. Mime?
Oh, he was fine. I think he put up a barrier around himself.
He probably did. What a goofy guy.
Yeah, I haven't seen him, but I haven't had clown school this week, so I hope he's okay.
Yeah, where is he holding his clown school?
I don't know. I gotta get my mom to email him after this class and find out.
Don't forget to fly back here for next week's lesson.
All right, I won't. Of course not.
Thank you. All right, that does it for the regional Pokedex entries. Let's move on to the unique Pokedex entries. There's only one, and of course, it comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says Horsea, a dragon Pokemon. This unique Pokemon species. In this unique Pokemon species, thousands of eggs hatch every spring, and then the male raises them himself.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I guess it's the male's job to watch after the eggs, which I don't know how common or uncommon that is in the world of Pokemon, because again, there's so much that we don't know or understand about, how Pokemon reproduce. But yeah, so we know for a fact that male Horseas are the ones to watch the eggs.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's gonna do it on all the Pokedex entries on Horsea. Does anybody have any questions?
No.
You didn't sound too sure about that. You sure there's something you want to ask?
No,
Because you know what's coming up next, and this is gonna be the last chance you get to ask questions.
I think what you see is what you get when it comes to Horsea.
Well, but there's so much more.
But
is there?
But listen, what you see is what you get when it comes to Horsea.
Oh my! I'm done. I'm actually done.
I Horsea what you did there.
I'm done.
Yeah. Gosh, okay. I mean, I've been talking so long, I'm really starting to get Horsea. Mr. Curtis? There it is. There it is. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes. That was funny. That was definitely funny too. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody, it is time to test your knowledge on Horsea. Today, I would very much like for you to pitch me a Pokemon. That's right. I want you to pitch me a Horsea. I'm in the market for a Horsea, and I would like for you to, sell one to me. So as a reminder, I do have a rubric for this assignment. First of all, you must include information that we've learned in class. Two, you must demonstrate an understanding of the Pokemon's unique attributes and abilities. 3, you must provide 2 selling points on your pitch. And again, these are selling points for the Pokemon itself and not for a product it provides. So do not sell me Horsea Inc. All right?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
And 4, the student who provides... I'm sorry, what?
So learn from my mistakes. I won't try that again.
Yes. The student who provides the most compelling selling points will get a bonus point. All right. So take your time. Write down what you think. What would be a good Pokemon pitch. And let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
And please hurry up. It is sweltering in here.
All right.
I'm melting.
I'll be quick.
I know, I'll have to take off my jacket pretty soon if this gets any hotter.
All right, so it's looking like my students have put their pencils down. I'm quite ready to be wowed by these pictures.
Yeah, I had to write on the wall with this paper.
Professor,
well, why didn't you? Okay, you should have brought paper. It's still class. It's still school.
Well,
that's on you.
I just figured there'd be a little bit of leeway.
You some of this parchment over here.
I guess I'll give you a little bit of leeway because the entire learning center was destroyed. But
yeah,
whatever.
Come on.
All right, Mr. Curtis. Sorry, not Mr. Curtis.
Uh-huh.
Corbin, please go first.
There we go. Yes, first is the best.
I'm breaking tradition here and going with Corbin first.
Okay, here we go. So I hear word on the street is you're in the market for a Horsea.
Why? Oh, yes, I am. Have you brought me a Horsea today?
I have. This is not the... What is this voice? Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
So I have a Horsea...
Professor can do whatever voice he wants.
Shut up. Go back to eating wax off the boards. Now.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what...
don't
actually.
Stop. Don't
actually
do that.
I'll give you... let's talk a little bit about Horsea and why it's a good addition to your family and to your household and what it could do for you. So the first answer that I have, the first reasoning that you could have a Horsea is the obvious one. Pest control. And it's not just pest control around the house, more specifically plants. There are tiny little bug Pokemon like cutie flies and stuff that could swarm around the house and get into plants.
This incredible Spinnerack infestation that I just can't seem to get rid of them.
Right, exactly. So you have Horsea there who has... Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
You have Horsea here who has precision control and can knock these bugs out of the sky to protect your crops, your plants, what have you. Most people don't have crops, but most people in their home have a few plants. So if you see some bug Pokemon that are kind of lingering around trying to eat your plants, well, Horsea can shoot them out of the scare for you. And then the second big reason that you might not expect for Horsea is it's actually going to be a very effective tool to clean your pipes as a plumber.
Go on.
Horsea is very, very small.
True.
Also, it can swim in multiple directions. It's not like a lot of Pokemon where it can just, it has to turn and swim a certain way. As long as it's facing forward, it can kind of swim in any which way. It can swim backwards, it can swim up, and it's very small. So if it goes into the pipes of the sink or the toilet, what have you, it can go in there and unclog stuff for you, or use some of the black ink and water to knock out anything that's blocking the pipes, or clean the pipes to make sure things are running smoothly in the system. So because of its mobility, it can go all through the pipes pretty far to unlodge anything that might be blocking the pipes. And why pay, hundreds of dollars to get a human plumber when you can have a little Horsea just do the job for you?
I don't know if...
I'm sorry, Mr. Curtis, it's not your turn.
Okay. All right, I'm sorry.
This is not a debate. Shut up. It's not a laughing matter. I don't know why you guys are laughing.
Please, don't tell my teaching assistant to shut up, Corbin, all right?
All right.
It's not very befitting of the class president.
Right. I mean, and I aim to remain this way. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how
you're
it goes.
correct.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add to your pitch there, Corbin?
I don't. Do you want me to add more?
No. I just didn't want to cut you off.
No. That's pretty much it. Plumbing and pest control.
Excellent job. I do like you thinking out of the box with the Drano version of Horsea. Sure, Mr. Curtis, you seem to have some umbrage with.
Yeah, I know. I do want to say, just as the local member of the Pokemon Safety Guild, I don't know if this is This is really up to code to send your Horsea down a clogged toilet to unclog it. I don't think that's very hygienic.
Lot of talk coming from somebody who killed a squirrel.
Just gonna say, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Lot of talk.
I think he was talking more like I don't know, your sink pipes or something like that.
Sink pipes, and obviously when the toilet's clean. I mean, I'm not gonna drop a deuce in the toilet and have the Horsea go fishing around.
Well, why would you have to put it into the pipes if it's clean?
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's clogged, it's got something in there.
It could just be toilet paper. It doesn't have to be like a large, poop. Yes. Listen, Curtis is not part of any safety guild. He just made that up.
Say your small child just threw I don't know, like a wad of gum down into the
or food. Let's say you don't have a garbage disposal in your sink. Somebody's got to unclog that. Horsea does the job.
Rotten food and detritus.
Horsea's small size and maneuverability does allow it to move around pipes, I guess.
Sure.
I want to make this work for Corbin because it's thinking out of the box, and he is, bringing in all the stuff that we learned about in class. So I think it's very good. I would hesitate to just drop my Horsea down a drain. If I'm being completely honest.
You got to trust it.
Yeah, if it loves you, it'll come back.
That's right.
Basically.
And if it doesn't, it was never meant to be.
Exactly. All right, Mr. Curtis, it is your turn. Please pitch me a Horsea. Stop coughing. We're all very close in this room. Please stop coughing.
All right. So, Horsea is the perfect companion to any cave diver.
Ooh.
Its precision ink sprays can be used to mark the walls so that you can find your way back out. Its small size and ability to move in any direction, as Corbin discussed, makes it very nimble to move around in the tight spaces of caves. Its strong, gripping tail can grab on tightly to pull you out of a tight space where you might get stuck.
What? It's too small.
And you also don't need to worry about feeding it, as it can eat the insects and moths that you find naturally in caves that you might be diving around.
Sorry, before we continue, I feel like, Corbin, you have a misunderstanding of the size of a Horsea. It is 1 foot in length.
Yeah, but you said pull you out of a it's not that strong. It's going to pull you out if you're stuck in a cave. I don't know about that.
It's a very strong swimmer.
I mean, it is a strong swimmer.
Also, do you mean cave diving in like caves that are filled with water? Because how is it going to maneuver if the whole cave is not submerged?
Well, yeah, like cave diving, not spelunking.
Oh, okay.
Cave.
Okay.
I think cave diving is the same thing as.
I
know what you're
think it
talking
is.
about. Now you're talking about like completely underwater.
Underwater
caves.
cave diving.
Absolutely
yeah.
sure.
Well,
yes, I'm with
Right.
you. But
So crawling through caves and also swimming through caves, and like,
How is it going to help you crawling through a cave? It's a water type. It's just going to flop there.
well, like as you're swimming underwater in caves.
Right. but when
Corbin. We gave you time to speak.
You did.
So let's give Mr. Curtis his time. All right, Mr. Curtis, please continue.
Oh no, I mean that was the end of my pitch.
Oh, okay. So it's useful for spelunking,
Yes.
because it can mark the walls.
Right. To help you get out, find your way back out.
Okay.
It is small and has ability to move in any direction,
Okay.
which makes it useful in small spaces and caves. It can grab on tight and help you get dislodged from places you might get stuck underwater while you're swimming, which would be terrifying. Oh my
Yes.
god!
Yeah.
I can't
I
even.
wouldn't.
Oh my god! I'm panicking just thinking about it, Professor.
Oh
I
god.
can't-
Wait, do you have claustrophobia? Because we're in a very small space
No.
right now.
it's just very
Okay.
okay.
Corbin, could you please pat Mr. Curtis on the back?
It's okay. Hey, settle down.
Thank you. And then of course you wouldn't have to feed it or worry about feeding it, because it could eat the insects and the moss that it finds in the cave as you're going along. And so
Okay,
it would be self-sufficient, which is
Hmm.
useful because if you're cave diving, you don't want to have to carry a lot of supplies with you.
That's true.
right?
That is true.
Yeah.
And
So it's
if you're
important.
going to bring your buddy along, it's good if your buddy can provide for themselves.
Right.
But you have to be underwater the whole time.
All right.
Well, there's
Yes.
usually spots where you can come up and breathe and stuff like that.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
Or you could have a tank with you. I don't know.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me think here. You both very good pitches. You both use the information that we learned today very masterfully. Good job. I'm hesitant to choose Mr. Curtis's because, the whole thing that he's having me use a Horsea for is cave diving, and when he was describing it, he literally had a panic attack.
I mean,
So I'm not sure I want to go cave diving.
And it's such a
you
weird.
may not want to go cave diving, but that's the thing, Professor. It's
Nobody
if
does.
you were gonna go cave diving, Horsea would be the Pokemon.
But
for
I mean, that's not
Sure.
going to
That's my
happen
pitch.
though. That's not like
That's
an
my
everyday. It's not an everyday use.
I'm not going to buy a Horsea if I'm not planning on going spelunking.
Yeah,
Cave
you need to
diving.
find a more broad use of it. And everybody poops, so a plumber. There you go.
I mean, I don't know how ethical it is to send your Horsea
That
down
is a-
your
that
poopy
is a good
toilet bowl.
point. That is a good point. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it to Corbin because I like to
Alright.
think outside the box.
Yes.
And his first use was very useful to have it shoot just pest control in your house.
Yeah, and your house is full of water. Sure, okay.
You can have it in like a little aquarium.
you can have it in the
It's-
sink, Curtis.
Yeah, okay, sure, whatever.
That's more realistic than I'm gonna go cave
Set it in
diving
your sink
in
and
a
have it shoot
completely.
ink all over your house.
Oh,
Great,
it can do water
cool.
too.
Oh my gosh! Please don't get into a slap fight in this very small room that we're in.
I
Mr.
just can't.
Professor,
I
that was a
can't.
very fair and equitable choice to pick me.
I know.
Thank you.
I always do. I always do those.
Would you agree, Mr. Curtis? Would you agree?
I always agree with the professor. Everything he
Okay.
says is true and 100% correct.
And so you both got full marks. Mr. Corbin just got a little bit extra because so he got the bonus point. But very good work for the both of you. And that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Horsea. Does anybody know who we're talking about next week?
Ralts.
It's the evolved form of
what an
Horsea.
interesting guess. No, it's not Ralts.
It's the evolved form of Horsea, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, see, I didn't think that was until another generation from now.
You might be thinking of the evolved form of the Pokemon that we're gonna talk about next week.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Um,
okay, you might be right.
It's got to be Wimpod then.
No, it's not. Man, could you imagine if it if it hunts down bug Pokemon and then evolves into a bug Pokemon.
Man, some sweet
That
justice
is
there.
Yeah, some karma. No, we are learning about Seadra, which is the evolved form of Horsea. And Mr. Curtis is right. Seadra has an evolved form, but we won't be talking about that until we are into the Johto region of the National Pokedex, which won't be for some time. But yes, next week we are learning about Seadra, and I believe we'll still be on the beach. I'll have to find a better teaching area, since this one, I guess, is not up to snuff according to my students.
God, it's too hot, please.
It is.
Oh,
It is
I
very
think it's
warm.
great in here, Professor.
Yeah, you don't seem to be sweating, Mr. Curtis, which is weird.
No. But I could take off my jacket.
No,
if,
no,
to
no,
make it
no,
more
that's
No,
fine.
we'll
that's
keep
fine.
we don't want to see what's under that.
All right. Well, if you students at home have any questions for me, the professor, or would like to write an essay for an upcoming Pokemon, you can send that to our Gengar mail, which is wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you do want to send us an essay, I would send it several weeks in advance.
Yes, it does take
and-
me that long to review them for class, so just
Yes.
make sure that
So we would very much like to include them as an essay in the class itself during the lesson. So yes,
Like a minimum of like 3 weeks.
yes, that's probably a good way to look at it.
Minimum 3 weeks.
If you don't have a Gengar mail, that's perfectly fine. You can also find us on the Flying Pokemon themed social network site Twitter. We are there at WWO Pokemon as well. If you really like these lessons and you would like to, give us support so we can help us rebuild the Learning Center, you can give us a rating on Flapple Podcast or Spotify. It's the best way to, get our class's name out there. Or, if you just have really close friends, you can just go ahead and talk to them and say, hey, check out this awesome online lesson series. It's about Pokemon biology.
Ooh.
Yeah, so any aspiring trainers,
Please do.
feel free to. Yes. But that's going to do it for today's lesson. So, until next time, class is dismissed.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon is a part of the Pokecasters Network.